to this chair yoga class. Today we're going to be working and focusing on the middle breathing space. So that's from the diaphragm down to the belly button and everything in between. So the upper abdominal area, the lower side ribs, and the lower back ribs too. That whole circumference here is the middle breathing space, and everything inside as well. For this chair practice, you'll need a chair, and in an ideal world, when you sit on the chair, your legs will be more or less at a right angle. If you find that your feet are not reaching the ground easily, then you can put something underneath your feet. And if you find that your knees are much higher than your hips, then I will put something underneath your hips to raise your hips up. So once you've found a seat, or you've modified the seat in such a way that it allows you to have your feet on the ground and your sitting bones against the seat of the chair, and your legs more or less at a right angle. Press down through the soles of the feet and see if you can sit up a little bit taller. Placing your hands over the solar plexus area, the middle breathing space. See how much you can relax your shoulders, even with your hands in this position. And you may want to close your eyes, or you may prefer to cast your gaze down. See if you can start to tune into the movement of your breath. And as you get a sense of your breathing, see if you can breathe into your hands. So that each time you breathe in, you can feel your body expanding into your hands. And then as you breathe out, you can feel the abdominal area drawing back away from the hands. And as you send your breath into the midsection, into your hands, see if, as well as breathing into the front of the body, you can also breathe into the sides. You might even want to move your hands around to the lower side ribs. See if you can also direct your breath into the sides of the middle breathing space. And as you direct your breath into the sides of the body, you may be able to feel that you're getting wider each time you breathe in. And you may feel that you're getting narrower each time you breathe out. That's right. Releasing the hands from the sides of the body and placing them down somewhere on your knees or your thighs. Notice how your breathing feels. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them now or refocus your gaze. I'm going to mirror you. So if you can, see if you can raise your right arm out to the side and slightly up, so a kind of diagonal stretch. See how that feels through your right shoulder, elbow, wrist and hand. And then you can slowly lower the arm back down again, hand resting on the knee or the thigh. And if possible, reaching the other arm out to the side in the same way, slightly lifted. As you reach out, see how that feels through your shoulder, elbow, wrist and hand. And then slowly release the arm back down. Taking your hands to your solar plexus again, like we did at the very beginning. This time, as you raise your arm, I want you to imagine that you're lifting your arm, you're stretching your arm from your solar plexus. So from your solar plexus, see if you can reach your right arm out to the side now, reaching from your center, from the middle breathing space, the solar plexus area. Does it feel different to reach in this way? Once you've noticed, slowly lower the arm back down. Moving to the other side, from the solar plexus, from the middle breathing space, the upper abdomen. Can you reach your left arm out to the side and up? How does it feel? Does it feel different to stretch from the solar plexus, from the center? Slowly lowering the arm back down. If possible, let's stretch both arms together. And again, from the solar plexus, can you reach out through both arms? Stretching from the solar plexus, through both shoulders, through both elbows, right to the fingertips. See how that feels. And then slowly release the arms down. If we can, we'll get the legs involved now. If possible, take your feet wider apart. And we're going to stretch again from the center, from the solar plexus, starting with the right leg. On an inhalation, can you slide the right heel away, and maybe you can even lift the right foot up. Imagine that you're stretching from your center, through the right hip, through the right leg, into the foot and the toes. See how that feels. Then lowering the leg if it's lifted, drawing the foot back in. Let's see how that feels on the other side. From the solar plexus, reaching the heel away, maybe lifting the foot if you can. How does it feel to stretch all the way from the solar plexus, through the pelvis, out through the left leg, into the left foot and the left toes? Lowering the foot back down if it's lifted, sliding it back in. Now you may want to hold onto your chair, either at the front or at the sides, to see if you can slide both heels away. Again, imagining that you're sliding and stretching from the solar plexus. Maybe you can lift both feet up, maybe you're holding on, maybe you're holding on. If you can lift both arms as well. So now we're lifting both arms, both legs, and stretching right from the center, from the solar plexus there, reaching out from the center. How does that feel? And then slowly releasing. Well done. Well done. So if you lifted your legs and you stretched your feet out, you can wiggle them back in now. Notice how you feel. We'll start to limber up through the body a little, beginning with the cat-cow stretches. So I'm going to show you the cat-cow stretches from front ways, and then I'll turn to the side so you get an idea of what it looks like from the side as well. We start with the elbow straight, reaching the hands as far forward on the legs as we can, so maybe your hands are on your knees. And as we inhale, we bend the elbows, slide the hands up, lift the breastbone up, and look up if we can. And then as we exhale, we slide the hands back down the legs and we round the back towards the back of the chair, tucking the chin in. So if you can, moving on the inhale, slide the hands back, bend the elbows, lift the sternum and look up. And on the exhale, sliding the hands forward, rounding your back, tucking your chin in. Continue if you can, inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to turn to the side of my chair so you can see from this direction what it looks like, inhaling and exhaling. Taking the spine through extension on the inhale and flexion on the exhale. And as you continue to make these movements, can you think about moving from your center? Lower back ribs. That's right. Upper abdomen. Well done. One more time in each direction if you can, if you want to. And then pausing. Pausing somewhere between the cat, somewhere between the cow stretch, somewhere between the two. Take a moment to notice how you feel. And turning back around for some side bending now. So if you're able to, have your arms alongside the body here, hands dangling down either side of the chair. And then we can just start to simply reach with the left fingertips towards the ground to stretch the right side of the body. And then reverse, stretching the right fingertips towards the ground to stretch the left side of the body. And then as you move from side to side, I'd like you to see if you can feel as though you're bending from your center again, from the middle breathing space. So sometimes when we side bend like this, people tend to start to lean the body from one side to the other. But if we can instead bend from the center, from the solar plexus area, it really stimulates the spine in a different way. And when you've got used to the movement, if you want to, you can get your arms involved. And you can get your arms involved as little or as much as you like. That's right. If you want to, you can stretch your arms with me as you bend. See how that feels. That's right, well done. One more to each side if you can. And then pausing. And once again, notice how you feel. Lifting the toes. Give them a wiggle if you can. Then place the toes down and lift the heels if you can. Place the heels down and see if you can stomp the feet a little. So to stomp the feet, I'm lifting my knees up. One knee lifts, then the other. And you might find it's easier if you come slightly towards the front of your chair to lift your feet, to lift your knees. That's right. And if this feels okay, as well as lifting your knees, you could also lift your arms. So as one knee lifts, both arms lift and lower, and then the other side, both arms lift as one knee lifts and then lower. That's right. Well done. And if that feels okay, if you want to, you can add in a little more movement. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me. So on the inhale, as before, I'm lifting both arms, I'm lifting one knee. And then on an exhale, I'm going to see if I can press the foot forward to straighten out the leg. And you might notice I'm leaning back a little, I'm feeling the support there at the centre. And then I can rebend the knee and place the foot down as I lower the arms down. So other side, inhaling, lifting the other knee, lifting the arms if you can. Exhaling to press the foot out in front to feel the muscles engaging around the solar plexus. Inhaling to rebend the knee. Exhaling to lower both arms down. So inhaling to lift the right knee first. Exhaling to press the foot forward. Inhaling to lift the knee up. Exhaling to lower the arms down. Inhaling to lift the left knee. Exhaling to press the foot forward. Inhaling to lift the knee up. Exhaling to lower the arms down. And again, if you can, inhale to lift right knee and arms. Exhale to press right foot forward. Inhale to lift the knee up. Exhale to lower the arms down. Inhale to lift your left knee. Exhale to press the foot forward. Inhale to lift the knee up. Exhale to lower. One more time if you can. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Relax the shoulders now. Return to normal breathing. And notice how you feel. To stretch the muscles that we've just been working through our legs, see if you can lift your right foot up, and maybe you can catch around the shin with your hands, or maybe you can catch around behind the back of the thigh. See if you can pull the knee in towards the chest, and at the same time you can move your chest towards your knee. Draw the shoulder blades down the back away from the ears, and tuck the chin in a little. As you breathe, see if you can direct the breath to the back of the middle breathing space, so that you're perhaps feeling the movement of the breath in the lower back ribs. That's right, well done. Slowly lowering the leg back down. Notice how the two sides of the body feel. And then when you're ready, lifting the other leg up. So remember, you could hold around the front of the shin, or you could hold around the back of the thigh. And if you're not able to reach the leg, you could always get a strap and place the strap around the leg to draw the leg in. As you draw the leg in, see if you can move your chest towards your leg, as well as your leg towards your chest. Lower the chin. See if you can send the breath into the back of the body, into the back lower ribs. That's right, well done. Slowly releasing the leg back down. Coming to sit up tall once again. Notice how you feel. Notice how your breathing feels. A rotation through the spine. We'll bring the hands together in front of the chest, Anjali Mudra. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, see if you can turn from the center, from the solar plexus to the right. Inhaling back to the center. As you exhale, can you turn from your center, from the midsection to the left? And then back to the center, and if possible, to the right again. Back to the center, to the left. And you can continue to turn the rib cage from side to side. That's right, easing through the body. Well done. The next time you move to the left, making that the last one, come back to the center and see if you can give yourself a hug. With your arms in the hugging shape, can you make that same twisting movement? First to the right, back to the center, then to the left, back to the center. See how it feels. You don't have to go very far. Noticing how it feels through the body. The next time you turn to the left, making that the last one, we'll come back to the center. We'll change the arms around. So giving ourselves a hug with the other arm on top this time. Other arm on top. And this time we'll go first to the left. And then all the way around to the right. And then to the left. And then to the right. Well done. Back to the left. Back to the center. Gently release. Now let's see if we can cross the right leg over the left leg. And once you've placed your leg, if you can, in this crossed position, let's see if we can take the arms with this time the left arm on top. So I've got right leg on top, left arm on top. And I can either give myself a hug, as I did before, or I could bring the backs of the arms in towards each other. And if I'm able to, I can cross the hands again. For the seated eagle. If you're able to hold the position, once again, see if you can breathe into the back lower ribs. That's right. After your next exhalation, slowly unravel. Uncrossing the right leg if it's crossed. Crossing the left leg this time. This time we give ourselves a hug with the right arm on top. And then if we can, we'll bring the arms closer together, still with the elbows crossed. And if possible, we can always cross the hands again. If you're happy to pause in the position, see if you can direct your breath into the back lower ribs. That's right, well done. After the next exhalation, slowly unravel. Unravel the arms, unravel the legs, roll the shoulders back a few times. And you can maybe take the feet a little wider now, stretching the hands out towards the knees. Maybe you can start to rotate your rib cage. Again, thinking of rotating around the middle breathing space, around the solar plexus. We sometimes call this movement stirring the pot. See if you can feel as though you're stirring the pot of your middle breathing space. And of course we can go in one direction, and then we can go in the other direction too. See how it feels to move in the other direction. Now that's right, well done. One more circle. And then come back to the centre. If possible, take your feet even wider now. With the feet even wider apart, let's see if we can lean our left forearm onto our left thigh with the palm turned up. And as I lean onto the thigh, I'm using my arm to gently press the thigh back a little too. I can already feel a side bend here on the right side, so please feel free to stay here if this is enough sensation for you. If you wanted to raise your right arm up, you could. If you wanted to take the right arm closer towards the ear, you could. The choice is yours. And then as you hold the position, see if you can feel the breath in the right side of the body. In the right side of the rib cage. In the right side of the waist. And if you're not looking down already, see if you can turn your head to look down. Down towards the left knee, left foot. Does looking down affect your experience of the posture? Then maybe you might like to try looking up towards the sky. And if you are looking up, you can notice again, does this change your experience of the posture? Turning the head back to the center. When you're ready, ease your way out of the side bend. Notice how the two sides of the body feel. And when you're ready, we'll move to the other side. So right arm resting on right thigh, using the arm to press the thigh back a little, if that's okay with you. I'm already feeling a stretchy sensation in the left side of the waist here. So it would be more than enough to stay here. If we wanted to, we could lift the left arm up. If we wanted to, we could take the left arm over the ear. The choice is yours. As you hold the position, see if you can feel the movement of the breath in the left side of the body now. You might want to turn to gaze down towards your right knee, your right foot, and see if that alters your experience of your breath. And then you may want to turn your head to gaze up towards the sky, and see if that changes your experience of the posture. Turning your head back to the center. When you're ready, ease out of the side bend. Pausing for a moment, notice how you feel. If you're happy to keep the feet wide, we can keep them wide for a moment. Taking our hands back to the solar plexus area, relaxing the shoulders once again. Can you direct your breath into the middle breathing space? Does it feel any different to when we began? When we first sat down and started to pay attention? From the solar plexus, can you reach your right arm out to the side and slightly up? How does that feel? Drawing the energy back now, back to the solar plexus. Inhaling the left arm out to the side and up, stretching from the center. How does that feel? And then back again, back to the solar plexus. Reaching the right heel, if you can, along the ground, and maybe lifting the right foot up. See how that feels. See if you can imagine you're stretching from the solar plexus. Lowering the right heel back down. If it's lifted, drawing it back in. See what happens if you try to slide your left heel away, maybe lifting it up if you can. Stretching from the solar plexus. Lowering the heel if it's lifted, sliding it back in. Let's see if we can raise both arms now, like we did at the beginning, stretching from the solar plexus. If all is well and you're happy to, you can slide both heels away, maybe lift both legs up. Again, imagine you're stretching right from your center here, right from the solar plexus. How does that feel? Lowering the feet and the arms back down, sliding the heels in, bringing the knees closer together again. Sitting up tall. Relax the shoulders. Place the hands back over the abdomen, above the belly button, above the navel, below the diaphragm. And again, you can either cast your gaze down or perhaps close the eyes. And as you breathe with awareness of your center, awareness of the middle breathing space, notice how you feel. Notice how your breathing feels. When you're ready, you can slowly open the eyes. If they're closed, refocus the gaze. Thank you very much.